Good morning, children. This is English video session for class 6. The book which we are doing now is Honeysuckle. Chapter number 3, Taro Shriva, page number 30. We know how Taro is a thoughtful child, son. He wanted to make his parents very happy. The old father was shivering of cold. He expressed his wish to have a cup of sake, which will make his old heart warm. But it was so sad that the heartwarming drink, which is sake, is very expensive and Taro cannot afford it. His job is a woodcutter. He goes to the forest, he cuts and chops wood pieces, sells, and he gets a very less amount for it. How much ever he works hard, the amount of money he gets is less. With this amount, he finds it difficult to. He was wondering how to make his parents happy. So he thought it's better I go chop more wood, cut more wood pieces, and sell them in the market, and so that he would buy sake for his father. That is what he planned for. So when his mind has become like that, the next morning he wakes up a bit earlier and he goes to the forest to cut and chop the wood. What happens there is the story. He's sweating, he sweats a lot because he was doing a lot of hard work. The temperature has increased as the day moved up, and he was only thinking that if his father is half warm as him, and he will not be shivering. Yes, that was what he thought. He was going on chopping the wood, and he was thinking about only one thing, that how he could go buy sake for his father. Nothing else came to his mind. Okay. This made Taro sadder than ever, for the heartwarming drink called sake was very expensive. How do I earn more money? He asked himself. How do I get a little sake for my poor old father? He decided to work harder than before. Next morning, Taro jumped out of the bed earlier than usual and made his way to the forest. He chopped and cut as the sun climbed up. Chopped and cut as the sun climbed. As soon he was so warm that he had to take off his jacket. His mouth was dry and his face was wet with sweat. His mouth was dry. Why? Because He had been working a lot and sweat more, so he was feeling thirsty. Okay, so warm. So what happened when he's thirsty, when he's working? His body temperature raises, and what happens? He has to take off his jacket. He was sweating. He was sweating. So he was both sweating as well as he was feeling thirsty. My poor old father, he thought, if only he was as warm as I. So he always thought that if he also is warm, he would not have had the feeling of having sake at all. But unfortunately, the old father cannot work as Taro, and so he is in the house. So he wished his father is as warm as he is. And with that, he began to chop even faster, thinking of the extra money he must earn to buy the sake to warm the old man's bone. Then suddenly Tharo stopped chopping. What was that sound? What was that sound he heard? Could it be possibly rushing water? What is the meaning of rushing water? The water which is flowing. Taro could not remember ever seeing or hearing a rushing stream in that part of the forest. He was thirsty. The eggs dropped out of his hand and he ran in the direction of the sound. Taro could not remember or even seeing a part of the rushing stream in that part of the forest. He was thirsty. The eggs dropped out of his hands and he ran in the direction of the sound. See the picture. This is the forest where he has come to cut and chop the wood. There is a stream, lovely stream. Tharu saw a beautiful little waterfall hidden behind the rock. Kneeling at a place where the water flowed quietly, he cupped a little in his hand and put it in his lips. So, how do you take the water? You cup, you should convert your, you just make your hands like a cup and collect the water and you sip it up. Is it not? Okay. You make your hands itself like a cup and collect some water and drink. He cupped a little in his hand and put it in his lips. Was it water? There is a doubt here. Look at the question. Was it water or was it sake? Was it water or was it sake? He tasted it again and again. So sometimes when you're thinking too much about something, you will feel the same. So he thought like that only. So since my thought, right from the yesterday, right from the Day before his father told, I want to have a cup of sake, he was thinking only about sake, how to procure sake, how to buy that expensive drink, how to give it to his father. He didn't have any other thought in his mind. So what he thought was it is only his imagination. That is why he got a question, was it water or was it sake? Please see that it is out of doubt whether it is his imagination. But in reality, what was it? In reality, it was only sake. Please read that. He tasted it again and always it was the delicious sake instead of the cold water. So he now understood that it is not his imagination, it is not his, what to say, in his sleepy nature or anything. It is all truthful, it is happening, it is sake only. It was delicious sake instead of the cold water. Okay. Taro quickly filled the pitcher he had with him and hurried home. See the pitcher, it is hanging on its shoulder. See, a pot usually made of mud. Okay. The old man was delighted with sake, so happy. A pitcher is always the one which is made up of a pot made of mud. So he hangs it in the neck so that when he is traveling, he can have that drink. Okay. So every time when he is moving, he will have that drink. See the picture? It will be very clear now. Yes. So what is he doing? He is taking the picture and correcting some sake in it, and he is hurrying home. Why he is hurrying home? Because he wanted to give some to his father. The old man was delighted with the sake, and after one swallow, he stopped of the liquid. He stopped shivering and did a little dance in the middle of the floor. Why? He stopped shivering means what? His body became warm. His body became warm. Little dance because he was feeling very happy. It is because he felt very happy. That afternoon, a neighbor stopped by for a visit. Taro's father politely offered her a cup of sake. The lady drank it greedily and thanked the old man. Then Taro told her the story of the magic waterfall. Thanking them for the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. By nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. That afternoon, who came? A neighbor came. So, whenever somebody comes to the house, what do you offer? You offer a coffee, you offer a tea, you offer some cool drinks, lemon juice, lemonade. Yes. So here, they offer her a cup of sake. The lady drank it greedily. Greedily means what? As if insufficient. If offered some more, she would be drinking. And also, she thanked the old man to have offered her. Then Taru told her the story of the magic waterfall. Thanking them for the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. Why is she leaving in a hurry? By nightfall, she has spread the story to others. For this purpose only, she left the village. She left the house in a hurry because she has to say the entire village about the story of Taro. Yes, and the magical this one. Okay, clear? Yes. So now she had spread the story. By nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. So everybody came to know that there is a waterfall, and Taro has brought Sasake, and they wanted to confirm. Some of them went to his house and asked. So this is happening. Okay, children. Please read and come. We'll continue with the remaining tomorrow. Thank you, children.